Hey guys, Volatile Explosion here, and we're going over hyperstats. I've been meaning to do this for a very long time, but I just have not gotten around to it. So, pretty much we're going to be talking about what you should grab and why. Because guess what? Hyperstats are great. They replaced your passive stats. Well, your passive hyperstats. See, like, you have your passive skills, your active skills, but no more passive. Yeah, no, sad face. Oh well. But yes, the hyperstats. We have... It's like plus 15 strength, int, luck, max percent HP, MP. For me, it's Demon Fury. I think that's for everyone else, but obviously if you're not a Demon Slayer, you don't want that. Speed, jump, crit chance, min crit, max crit, ignore defense, aka PDR, damage percent, boss damage, all elemental resist, abnormal status resist, and power stance. So pretty much you'll be wanting to get either strength, dex, int, or luck, because honestly it's pretty good. As you can see, put 1 into strength. Okay, yeah, requires 1 hyperstat point, and then I believe it doubles to 2. Also, if you didn't notice, I did start at 420. I could reset, but it's totally not worth it. And then it goes to 4, so it doubles every time. So, this is what I'm going to say. Don't max one thing at a time, instead spread it out. It'll indefinitely increase your damage, it'll give you higher stats, for less hyper points. It's just the better option, really. See, like, it gives me some range, not a lot, really, but it's still there. So I would take Demon Fury, but it seems like just a waste to me. Because you don't really need Demon Fury for anything. So I wouldn't really grab that. HP, grab that if you're a Demon Avenger, or maybe if you want survivability. That's really up to personal choice. Most people will want to stay away from that. Same with MP, you probably won't need percent MP, just have your power elixirs to max all of that. The best thing though is of your strength, dex, int, luck. If you are a... shit, I can't remember the class. Xenon. If you're Xenon, you grab, let's say, 5 in strength, dex, int, luck. That's a huge increase because of the little amount of hyperstat points it costs. And Xenons, you know, they take advantage of all the stats. So for Xenons, those first 4 are really good. Okay, just had another lag spike. God, this game. Crit chance. Now, crit chance is pretty good. I'd definitely recommend it if you just have troubles getting your crit chance up, or if you aren't that high, because an extra 10%, like 40 to 50, that's a lot of crit. Like, that's a good amount of damage. Me personally, I'm not going to bother getting any of it because my main bossing skill has a 100% crit rate, and I don't really care too much about critting on mobs when I'm mobbing, so I personally, as a Demon Slayer, probably going to ignore that. Speed and jump, I would just not bother. They're completely useless, really, unless you just want to run and jump around faster. Now, min crit, I would definitely recommend getting that. Same with max crit, because those are pretty important. If you're like me, that's if you up your min crit and max crit by 5%, that's like a technical 5% damage increase to bosses, because my bossing skill always crits. So, something to consider. My min crit's already pretty low, it would be a pretty good boost. Now we look at PDR, ignore defense. Now, I have 92% ignore defense, and I have no need to get any more right now, because I can't fight harder bosses. So for me, I'm probably going to ignore defense for a while. Some other people, if you haven't built a lot of PDR like I have, you might want to grab that. Maybe if you're later stage in the game, you're trying to solo hard mag, solo Sea Vellum, well, probably not Sea Vellum, more like Chaos Queen, but yeah, maybe you want to get higher, ignore defense. 92%, pretty good. I think you want around 93 to 95, but you can always have more. I can't remember the exact numbers, sadly. Oh well, tough life. Now, damage. You definitely want to just get that. Like, it's just straight up damage percent. You'll probably want to max that. Really good. As you can see, put 1 point in. My range jumped up a shit ton. Like, that's... You'll want to max that without any doubt at all. Max that to 10 first thing. Next is boss damage. You'll want to do the same. Like, the two main things is damage and boss damage you'll want to have to level 10. because 30% boss damage with an extra 30% damage, that's fucking amazing. Like, the hyper stats actually increased your stats so much more than they used to now. And then the last three, power stance, all elemental resist, and abnormal stat resist. Some maybe squishier classes might want to take all elemental resist. It's pretty good. Like, does it have it here? No, it doesn't show it here. Okay. Like, it's not too bad. I personally won't grab it until, like, the last thing, just because I don't really need it too much. But, yeah, definitely some people might want that, because I know it's pretty decent. I don't know what it exactly entails, though, like all elemental resist. So, I'm just gonna step away from that for now. Abnormal status resist. I personally wouldn't bother grabbing that, because most abnormal stats you can just throw away with a All Cure potion, right? Yeah, All Cure. Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah. So really, I don't think you'll need abnormal stats resist. Take it if you really want it, but honestly, you should not grab that. Now, power stance. I personally, my stance is 100% stance. Jesus Christ. It's late at night, don't hate too much. So, this is completely useless for me. But what power stance does is, it gives you, at max level, 10% chance to apply power stance. Pretty much what power stance is it gives you 100% stance for, I think at max level, 3 or 5 minutes. Probably 3 minutes. No. Yeah. So let's just say 300 seconds, because Maplestory is weird like that. So 6 minutes. So if you really want stance, sure, grab that. But it doesn't really do anything for your damage, so I personally would not recommend it. Now, let's get to statting myself. So as you can see, I'm gonna reset it quickly. That's just 10 mil, right? Yeah, that's just 10 mil. So clean, we are at, I'm gonna write this down quickly. 524, 363, 2, 582, 624. You know, pretty good. It's like quarter of the way to a mil. And we're gonna max damage. Just gonna straight up max that. Because as you can see, we gained 20k range already. It is amazing. And yes, every time it does double. And then, no. It doubles to the point where it reaches 10. Then it gets 15, because the way it's statted is really weird. Then 20, then 25, 30, 35. And as you can see, my range has increased by 110k. So yeah, definitely get damage percent. And then my boss damage, I'll probably want to get that. Yeah, no, I'll just max boss damage. It seems good. Oh my god, it's so great. Whoever decided to implement hyperstats is probably my best friend. Because they add so much range to you no matter what. I think at max level you can, like at max level with all your hyperstats, you can max 4.5 things. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I believe that's the number. So let's throw some in strength. It doesn't add as much as I wish it would. So then we're gonna throw some in min and max crit, and I should be good right about there. I want to make sure they're about even though, so I can get the most out of my stats. It's like, this is 1%, right? So it's nothing phenomenal, but then again, neither is the strength. The damage and boss damage is critical, and it's the main thing you want to get. So that's why I'm getting it. Yeah, I know, makes sense. Crazy, right? While the strength, it adds damage, but not as much as it could. So I don't have as much percent strength as I'd like, so it's not as good as it would be otherwise. Oh, looks like I can perfectly max everything out. Okay. So we gained around 110, 120k max range. So my range, 629 to 699k, pretty great. Gained some min and max crit, gained 30% boss, and let's see, that would be 90 strength. Yeah, not a lot. The strength is the least important, really. So I'm gonna quickly run out of here and see how strong I am buffed, just because I can. But yeah, I guess that's the quick tutorial on hyperstats. Really not too hard. Think about it, look at it. It's pretty simple. And boom, 786 to 873. So as you can see, Demon Slayer's range does not jump up too much with its buffs, because one I think is just straight up 20% damage. Damage 35%, yeah. But it doesn't give like an exact 35%. It gives, yeah, no, it does. Never mind, ignore me. So yeah, that's my range after. I gained so much. And with all my things up, I have 81% stat resist. Makes me never want to get abnormal stat resist, because it's just a big waste. So honestly, it's a huge range boost, but it is what it is. So that's my video on hyperstats. If you liked it, subscribe, follow, check out Twitch. I'll try to stream, okay? It's hard. I have a busy life now, and it's really weird, because I go drinking it's way too much. Fuck, man. Way too much. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time.